welcome back again to another ESL India Premiership stream featuring the game Hearthstone. We're on the Hearthstone Star Cup 3 and SIA versus Death. Now we're slowly round 64. I believe it's around halfway done. After round 64, the winners of each round gets to go over to the round 32 where they fight the other winners, and so on till 16 till 8 to the semifinals, finals, and then finally the finals. So looks like Death is playing Druid. Kasoon Druid with a bit of extra cards. Oh well. Okay, I have to totally admit that that was very incorrect play that he did right there. Because he actually had a one drop, but then looks like he's playing a really vanilla deck. However, Dakar Ko is a good card. Bodyguard's a horrible card, to be honest. Unless, I mean, you win Joust. You win Joust at least, but it's not something you should really put in your deck.
We hunger for vengeance.
When a lot, okay? So,
Cthulhu! 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 You have already lost.
Connection lost. Server group
to
assigned.
get it up to a 10-10. So, Zealous Initiate. I'm not too sure how well this fits into a Druid deck. Feral Rage is not too bad if you have Fendril as well. Fendril is a card which, you have to choose one, right, for Feral Rage. It's obviously very good versatility because if you need 4 more damage to kill something, it's great. If you just want the health, that's not too bad as well. And this is actually correct because you don't need 4 damage onto the mage. Against a freeze mage, which I believe he thinks he's guessing it's a freeze mage. It's really good because freeze mage only has so much damage, and the armor is really good against Alex Raza. It's actually here down to 15, but now it's 15 plus 9, which means that it's like what's 15 plus 9, guys? 24. Yep, 24. It's not too bad. Oh wow, Stormpack Commandos deal 2 damage.
Get
Like,
behind me.
if you've seen the card Black Green Corrupted, compare that card with this card, okay? That's a 5 mana 5/4 that deals 3 damage. This is a 5 mana 4/2 that deals 2 damage. This is why no one ever plays Stormpack Commando. It's just really bad against other cards as well. That's like, he dies to so many things that deal 2 damage. You can just hero power it twice as much. Interestingly enough, ends SID, just Doomsays out this one. Has his ice block prepped, which is not too bad for him. If you're at Death, you don't want to play anything. He has healing touch though, which is really good against Alex Raza, against a combo. But how does he even kill Alex Raza? That's the problem. You definitely don't play Arako. You play nothing. The only turn you play here is either you can Mario Keeper into a Mana Crystal and then Hero Power, or just Hero Power and do nothing else because you don't want to waste any of your cards right now. This is a really unfortunate thing to do, but you don't want to make it like worse than anything else. Oh, definitely gotta face because, I mean, that nothing happened, I mean, you like, look at that. Say he dies. He should have went to face because it would have been down to 28 instead. 1 health pretty good. Because you don't know if he lives in 1 health, then it's definitely your fault because you didn't attack like that last turn. Mark the Yisaraj, not too bad. Is Arako a beast? I'm not too sure. Oh, he's like a, no, he's like a bird mage thing. He's got a huge gun at least. You really want to give Yisaraj to a beast because you draw a card, so it's like Yisaraj is not even there. It's like, oh hey, no, I was not even there. Yisaraj basically says, wow, Pyroblast. He has it. Afterwards, just gonna go to face. I think it might have been Alex. His enemy's face. Yep, setting down to 15.
I bring
8
life.
mana, 8, it's not too bad. He's even gonna freeze this Stone Pipe because he wants the Emperor not to die too easily the next turn as well. Gives him nice discarding every single card. What does this even mean? Okay, so
The
oh my
ancient
goodness.
one calls.
I guess NSCD gets a free draw because Novice Engineer is now 0. If he mocks as a Yes Righteousness, it doesn't really do too much. I even think he should have played Psychotron instead, just because he needs to waste 2 mana to ping it. But is this a beast? No, it's not a beast. Oh, actually, he still gets to ping it anyway. So if you can damage it with 8 and such,
I hope you like my
yeah, you
invention.
definitely draw first. You always draw first, ladies and gentlemen, because you don't really know like what you'll draw. Like no one knows what they'll draw. They know that you can have a pretty good probability, but no one knows what you're gonna draw. And if he drew something that would have won in the game, and he played everything else, and he's like, oh man, I could have won the game so much earlier. Yeah, I know you still win the game, but what if you don't win the game because of that? You know? 8-9. So NSID has 28. Yep, he has 20 damage next turn exactly. But Death has some healing. Ooh, the healing touched. Seeing play. Death is gonna be so happy to find out that he did not. He escapes lethal one more time. But this is not the last to see of as an NSID. Definitely, that's 8-9. He just needs one more damage spell. Pop the Ice Barrier, not too bad. Not too shabby. Ends the turn, alright. Well, that's it. It's a damage spell, but it doesn't deal damage to the enemy. Oh man. Is this gonna save his Pyro Blast? Oh, is it 8 mana now? Or is it only. I think it's only. I'm not quite too sure. Oh, Psychotron is saving as much as he can. Death is trying to hang on to his dear life as much as possible. Thank goodness Psychotron is there. Just to stop him in his tracks. Let's see how much damage this is. He's definitely gonna draw again. Top players always draw first. Always finish first. Ooh, Forgotten Torch. How much damage is that? Hmm. Definitely still has to attack into it, but he's gonna Forgotten Torch just to have a higher chance of setting up lethal the next turn. Also, because he just wants to play a Fire Blasters anyway next turn. If somehow this gets mulched or something else, and then an SID still has that Power Blast to come back on. Unless he has 2 double ice blocks, it's like how does he even die? If like Death was playing some kind of weird, super crazy combo deck, but fortunately for Death, he loses the first game against NSID, and game 1 goes to NSID. Death can do all he wants, but he knows she's just gonna go down. He might even disattack his Alex Straza just to say, hey, take that. No, he's just gonna chip up some armor. Putting NSID on perfect 30 health. Anyway, he's gonna attack the face. And that's it for game 1. 1-0 in favor of NSID. So, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, this is a conquest mode, which means that the deck that wins cannot be used once again. So NSID still has his priest and warrior, but he cannot use his mage. However, Death still has his rogue, druid, and mage left available. Looks like Death has switched stock to mage. Is like, oh man, dude, the mage deck is pretty good, so I'm gonna play my own mage deck and has Cthulhu as well. Mage Cthulhu, interesting. And this NSIZ also has his Dragon Warrior Tempo. Looks like it. Yep, Dragon Warrior Tempo with Ysera. Wow, this is interesting. I haven't seen Ysera in such a long while. Dream cards are something are really powerful cards to be honest. But you only have like 5 different variations. Anyway, Death won't suffer too much if he plays Voodoo Doctor now because he gets to kill Fairy Dragon later on. But he's gonna coin out his hero power again. No, no, no. This is like the worst everything you can possibly do. Okay, because I can see how that's not a big of a deal. But it's all about tempo gain. It's um all about using your coin as efficiently as possible. Basically, what coin did was that it gave you one mana to deal one damage, okay? And instead, he could have used his mana to play Kasugin earlier on turn 9 and maybe even, like, kill a couple minions. That could save you the game, but definitely one damage. People think, like, I mean, it's definitely viable to think that maybe he could have lived with like 1 HP, and then that coin fireball might have tunneled. I don't know what I'm saying. It's like you get what I mean. It's like fire blast could have snowballed the game into his favor, but this is not what's happening right now. And I don't believe Death has the greatest cards as well. He has vanilla cards. It's not too bad. But I believe that he can find other iterations which are a lot better. I think Cthulhu Rid was very strong deck that he brought, but this mage deck doesn't seem like too great of a deal right now. Looks like in this idea he's just gonna use everything to clear his board and go for faces as fast as possible with everything else. So that's 3-6 right now, so he has 3-6, 9-12 the next turn on board. Plus a Korkon makes it 4 more. This makes it 16, but he doesn't have 2 more for 18. At least he can heal himself with the doctor. Someone call for the doctor? Where does Fireball go? You can go to 3-5. That's like the best one. You don't go for face. No. This is very unfortunate for Death because it's like if you went for Twilight Guardian, okay, it would have meant that Twilight Guardian dies, and plus that's a minion gone, and okay, so the decision to the Fireball your face means that he taken 3 more damage with Twilight Guardian, okay? And then the next turn, Twilight Guardian is gonna deal 3 additional damage to something, which meant that Death dealt 6 damage, and then he also dealt 6 damage to himself. That's why your spells only go for minions, however, unless you're really, really close to killing him. Or it's like some kind of really calculated risk, because I doubt that Death had a lot of too many spells in his deck with Arcane Blast, Arcane Missiles, not really a Temple kind of mage. And unfortunately for him, he loses the next one. However, this is why you should save coin. Definitely. He could have coined out Flame Strike on turn 6, which means that he was back on the board, and I said that he only had to play the Black Green Corrupted, and he would have lived with a lot of health. But unfortunately for Death, he used the coin to heal power. He's not too bad with all these cards, but it's a very extremely rookie mistake, to be honest. But that's okay because you learn. I mean, I was horrible. I was horrible when I first started playing, and then no, I'm not. I'm not that bad. I'm not. I've never hit legend, but I've hit like rank 4, so it's not too bad. It's kind of close to legend anyway. But that was back in Secret Paladin. Okay, now I'm just a Tempo Mage player.
The light shall bring victory.
Anyway, looks like he's gonna bring his Rogue Kassoon deck. Interesting. Scarum Cultist is not too bad. It's like Ogre, like the card goes. What you looking at? It's that 6 mana, 6/7 vanilla card. But it also gives you +2 on Cthulhu. It has the stats switched up a bit. It's not too bad. Ball Creeper, a great card as well in Arena. Because it's like Ancient of War, but you have 1 more attack and 2 less health. That's not the worst trade-off possible. Ancient of War is kind of OP, but it's not like super OP. And this makes Ball Creeper above average. I think really OP in Arena because like in Arena you don't really get so many OP cards, but this is like totally average card. Right now it's totally fine. In NSID on the other hand, playing a dragon priest, but looks more aggressive because he has fairy dragon. He has a 2-drop. That dragon also serves as a buff for other cards that need dragons. But looks like he's just gonna go for victory for Sylvanas. He combos on his Cobra and trades off. Not bad as well because now the priest can't really deal with him unless he has Blackwing Corruptor, which is not enough mana. He doesn't have enough mana for Holy Nova, and this 6-1 can possibly go for face next turn. So it's a great play by Death. He has a polluted hoarder if he wants to. He can also play Senjin. But it looks like NSID is just going to use Death on this. Which means that NSID doesn't have anything to deal with Bog Creeper at the moment. He might Guard by the time it's 7 mana for Death, but we'll see what happens. You definitely play Senjin Shield Master here. It saves your 3-2, unless you want to trade and play Polluted Hoarder. It's not too bad. But at least he's going to go face with this. Yep. Because Senjin deals with the Twilight Wall. But he can, trading is totally fine as well. He already has a nice 4-5-7 hand. But unfortunately for him and SID, he's just gonna Shadow Word paint it down. Looks like he's gonna draw and play his Fairy Dragon. He drew his Blackwing Corruptor, so that's what we see now. Death can definitely clear it with Dagger and Fan and Knives, but he can also play Knife Blade. It's a 5-mana, deal 3 damage to your enemy, but you also gain excuse me. But you also gain a 4-mana. It's like you also gain a 4 board. You can kill something else anyway. And instead he's just thinking like, should he go for face with this or something else? You just want to use in a Nightblade, I think, but it's a bit weird because now it if he plays that card, then now it just trades off, like hands off. Just trades. Interesting. He drew Twilight Guardian. The other one is not a dragon, but at least Blackwing Corruptor gets to come out. You might even see the Zoth, to be honest, come up from Death. He has a lot of Death Rattle in his hand. This is definitely like really, really cheap version of deck. Fan and Knives to your part is still something you could do. Looks like NSID is just gonna go and attack face with this. You can definitely choose to attack Northshire Cleric, but no. Not too bad because now Northshire has to attack into the 5/4/4. Pretty good trade for NSID, but still. He won't ever get any card draw if Death chooses to attack it the next turn. And I think he just play Bog Creeper, definitely. However, NSID does have Entomb for the Bog Creeper. So it dies. It doesn't actually die. It gets sent into your own deck. That means that... Ooh, wow, okay, Reckless Rocketeer. That's a lot of charge. It gets sent into your own deck, which means that it doesn't die. So Death Rattle will not trigger. Either way, if you Entomb a Cthulhu, I'm not too sure where the buff goes. The buff goes to Cthulhu, but when NSAG draws Cthulhu, it won't draw the buffed up Cthulhu. It only draws the Cthulhu that you entombed. So if Cthulhu was a 7/7, and then Death buffed it up to 11/11, then he would draw a 7/7 Cthulhu only. Yep, that's correct. Not a 14/14 Cthulhu or like 11/11 Cthulhu, like we said earlier. Ooh, wow, the combo. Combo. Polluted Hoarder has 2 health, so it dies to Holy Nova, unfortunately. But it does gain you a card, and it comes back with his off. But looks like Death is just flying to victory with this. Looks like NSD is also slowly running on the juice because he only has like sub-pond minions left to build. It's not too bad though. But looks like Death is just beginning. He has 2 card draw mechanics as well. So NSD might have the illusion that Death is just out of steam right now because he's playing this 1-drop. But it's not too bad. Oh wow, never mind. NSD just drew a 0 Drake. Pretty strong. It does die to both these minions, but at least he gets to taunt it off anyway. Mine's the other 0 Drake, so it's like they're twins. Oh wow, Sinister Strike. Oh, horrible card to be honest. It's not too bad if you have Gadgets and Auctioneer because it goes to his base, yeah, but it also draws you a card, so it's like another fan of knives, but it doesn't do anything on the board. Like, it's not gonna help you win the game. Like, if this was 3 damage to a minion, this would be OP, lightning bolt, but like, yeah, this is just really bad for death right now. Ooh, I think Nsid, nah. If you had to mana, you can actually, Holy Nova and then play as your Drake, but looks like Nsid is just gonna play his probably got it taunted up, which means that this Azure Drake is very, very safe. Heals it up instead. To be, it depends because it might have been a misplay to do that. To heal up your Drake because now it's exposed to Sinister Strike. No, that was the other one. It's exposed to Backstab and the spell that deals 5 damage to an undamaged minion or a character. It eludes me, but you can still do that. And South of the thing goes to this one. And it's gonna just not do anything, basically. You can, I think it's okay to totally hit it, but like, nah, this is like not that good because you want his minions to damage yours, so he doesn't have to go to face. That minion has to attack the other minion. So it's like, see, if he didn't have Holy Nova, then a dragon would have had to attack the 2/3 and then the next turn attack his face, thus saving death 3 health. But this is can't do that. Oh wow, hey, Stormpike, how lucky are you feeling, man? What if you flame juggler into the 3/4? You still have to attack into it, but it's a really fun minigame, guys. It's like a 1 and a 4, 25%. Okay, guys. I didn't I didn't know. If flame juggler hits the 3/4, you all have to nah. Must be weird. Okay, but let's go. Goes to face. Ooh, that was so close. It's like flame juggler shot that fireball way too far from his target. So Stormpike is like, come on, dude, I'll show you how you do it. But unfortunately for Death, that's the second game that he loses, and NSID wins with Dragon Priest, a deck I've never seen in a while. This is why, to be honest, it's not that strong, because if, for example, if Death was playing like had a deck that was extremely viable and like had a lot of cards, a lot of like legendaries and stuff like that, then like this board isn't that scary. Compared to like the Shaman with a 4 mana 7/7 instead of a 5 mana 4/4 draw card as your Drake, it's like, yeah.